Are you on your last pass?
As Kyle Stutzman drives home another harvest, he's relieved with the results.
Everything's been above average.
What's considered average corn yields in Garden City, Missouri, around 140 bushels per acre.
We haven't run hardly anything at 140. Everything's been 150 to 200.
Just down the road,
They'll all have their augers out and be dumping one and the other one coming in.
the storyline for the 2017 harvest is the same.
Yields are great. The rains in July just did phenomenal things for the corn itself.
The recipe that set yield over the top was simple.
Rain makes grain, and we had more rain this July than probably ever in the history of Bates County, I would say.
We got plenty of rain in August. We only had a 2-week dry period there at the end of July, and that was it. And that's unusual for us. It usually goes longer than that.
It's those consistent rains not only helping yields, but changing moods in the area.
We're fortunate to have the yields because the commodity prices are so low. It's pretty tough to pull a profit. We're just kind of holding our own even with these high yields.
As area farmers' financial outlook improves with better yields, the momentum is spilling over to local equipment dealers.
We've already had customers upgrade combines because of the yields. They're smaller combines, not enough capacity. So yeah, it's definitely having an impact. With all the rain we had, we really weren't expecting these kind of yields that are being produced around here.
We're down to just over 20 used combines, so we feel we're in a pretty good position and still some very strong activity. Some of our areas haven't started as much as they have down here with harvest yet.
Heritage Tractors utilizing the momentum by also offering a few specials, in turn tipping off some unexpected sales.
It's low interest to do that right now, or maybe on a waiver, or even we've done a few leases.
Machinery Pete is watching harvest results roll in, as well as equipment prices, two factors that have a direct correlation this time of year.
You've got record yields, and we were talking to farmers today and they're like, wow, this is really looking good. So you're just more optimistic. And then if the level of new equipment purchased the last 1, 2, 3 years has been lower, which we understand why that is, these guys got to be aggressive and they can't have downtime. So that what it does is it focuses the interest on the very best condition used. And that's why we're seeing these competitive prices.
He says September drew some surprisingly strong sales on large late model tractors.
A late model, a red tractor, a 13 model quad track 550, 900 hours, brought 223,000, highest I've seen in 21 months. And this week we covered an auction in Michigan for our TV show, and that had a John Deere 9530 big 4-wheel drive, 578 hours on it, and that brought 175,000, highest I've seen in 34 months.
Machinery Pete says September and October typically draw softer prices.
And also the search traffic data is up. We just looked on 200 horse and up tractors, September this year compared to last year, 20.5% more farmer searches.
But he says the market tends to strengthen toward the end of the year.
Folks are just more optimistic, so if we keep seeing this, it could lead potentially into November, December, which is a strong period, to could be a gangbuster end of the year.
In western Missouri, it's not just larger equipment drawing interest.
We've had good interest in some used planters. We've had some good interest in grain carts this year. Moving grain and getting it to the elevator, as we've seen today, is a big problem for these farmers. So we've had farmers that update grain carts to larger capacity as well.
Farmers like Stutzman prefer to buy used.
But prices, commodity prices, machinery prices, we purchased year-old combines this year.
Each coming with a guarantee.
We got a warranty through 2018.
And for Ferguson,
We've got 3 combines running here with 2 auger wagons.
his fleet is mixed.
We used to trade very faithfully every 2 to 3 years, but just the flat price of equipment, it's hard to do, so guess what? You run it one more year and put a little more dollars in repair on it.
For Ferguson, it's what he can do inside the cab that's just as important as what's going on outside.
These combines have hybrid identification while they're running, and we've split the planter, and field after field, we get data on what's going on from one hybrid to the other, and it's very valuable to pick your hybrids for the coming year.
It's that data he grasps onto instantly.
Being able to utilize the yield maps, it makes a big difference, but we also have, as we saw today, multiple machines in the field, so that coverage map sharing in the planting side of it, the spraying side makes a big difference for those 2 machines to more effectively be in the field and two machines tackle a field and then they're gone, instead of splitting up and trying to serve two different sets of machines.
As the golden grain floods in this harvest, western Missouri farmers are looking up.
It's pretty positive. Like I said, we're already looking forward to 2018 and putting the fertilizer down and maybe not cutting as many corners as we thought we was going to have to. You know, there's profit here, so that always makes you feel good at the end of the year.
And a better than expected end to 2017 is changing the story for area farmers.
We're going to have a strong year just due to the exceptional yields we are having.